Okay, so today we'll start with Bailey's request of the song "Oceans" by Kenna Childs. Is that right? Get that right?
Yeah.
So, where was that? Go to plays. Okay. So, can you see my screen with the chords? It says interlude.
It just says like the Zoom thing that says are able to complete your request.
Oh, I shared the wrong screen. Okay. I have too many windows open right now. There's the one I want right there. Now is it showing the chords? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give you okay. Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'll play through the recording once and just kind of I'll pause it every so often and let you know where we were in the song. There's a little interlude that's it's similar to what you see later, but not exactly. So I thought I should write the chords separately as a little intro right there. And then, I was up too high. Intro, there we go. It wasn't scrolled up all the way. Yeah, so the intro, it's similar but not exactly the same. So I gave it its own little spot. And then both verses follow that progression right there. And what I have not taken the time to put these into the words because we'll do a little bit of that as part of the lesson today. But then I'll have you try
Okay.
the rest yourself as you hear it. And then if you get stuck, you can still ask me questions during the week if you want some help. But let's just play the recording along, and I'll just pause every so often and just tell you where we are in the song. Oops, I can't scroll back up. Just a second. Let's do this again. I'll start at the beginning again. Okay, so there we are. We had a D, and then a quick A C sharp back to D, now to the A, and then we hold a G chord. Okay, and then as soon as we go to B minor, she starts singing.
You call me out upon the waters, great unknown, we may fail.
Okay, now, so you're with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to, we'll do a walkthrough and I will share the screen with the notes that I'm playing on my keyboard at the same time. And are you able to take notes on this stuff?
Yeah, I have like this sheet.
Okay. How many of those do you have?
I have I have two right now, but I have more if I need.
Okay, because this song might require that you use a few more. So yeah, you just be ready.
Okay.
Let me just do a quick screen share and put everything on the screen that you need to see. So we got this and this and this and that. Okay. Not sure how much you can't even see the words, can you? Because this stuff's in the way.
Yeah.
Pull this over there instead. Yeah, just there. So I just don't want to block everything while I'm talking about what's happening. So yeah, that should be good, and we can see most of it. Okay, I'm not going to go to the lyrics page because I think that'll confuse the issue for now. I want to do through the chords once and show you where you're supposed to put your fingers and
Okay.
starting in the key. So let's go to this, and I'll just start recording. Actually, you know what? It'll go too fast. I think I'm just gonna walk through it because I already listened through it. I already know that the chords are correct. So let's just do this without listening to. Can you see my piano still?
No. Oh, now I can.
No, you can. Okay. So that's with the that's the first chord, and it's a little bit lower than usual because the right hand notes are here, and I'm playing those octave notes with thumb and pinky on my left hand, Middle C is this one right here. So it's really
Okay.
sounding. So then we do that quick little A, C slash D, sorry, A slash C sharp. The first one we didn't play the high D, we just went like this. Okay, and then we went to a regular A, is the fourth chord of the song. There's that. There's your A chord. Now, am I going too fast? Do I need to show you those again?
I just need to see the A slash C sharp
Okay.
and the A. So
there's the A slash C sharp. Now, it might sound too heavy with these, with the pinky, actually. You know what? I think I'm just going to like this.
okay.
Yeah, let's go simpler.
Okay. Now the A. That's a
Regular E, A, sorry.
yeah.
Like that.
A.
Put that in.
Okay.
And then our G chord. Actually, let me do that. It's simpler. I sometimes get carried away and I add my notes that I need. That's what I really want.
Okay, that's good too.
Okay. And then the first chord of the verse, we go up to here for the B minor. Just tell me when you want me to move.
Okay.
And then that's the A slash C sharp. When we're in the verse, I think I'm going to use that one. If
Okay.
that one in the intro, it probably would still work, but I just think it sounds cleaner the other way, but it's up to you.
Just okay.
Ready? And then the D.
There.
Now this is a different inversion. The last time we played a D, we had the D as the high note, but when we're singing in the verse, we flipped it over so that the F sharp now is on the top instead of the B.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay. Got.
Then back to the same A, which you already have.
Okay.
G, which you already have. And then there, I think the rest of the verse is just kind of repeat what you've already done. And then we're into the chorus. I gotta roll this up. So chorus is same chords as you've done before. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play that part with the recording because I can't remember how the melodic part went because this is the first
Okay.
song was today. 'Cause I stuff you text me and says, "Hey, let's do the song today." I was like, "Oh, right." So yeah, it's a simple little arpeggio thing, and I'll noodle through that when we actually hear the recording. Then
Okay.
the chorus the second time. The verse was exactly the same, so I didn't bother writing it again. And then the second chorus is the same until here, because then she adds the oohs and stuff. But all the chords that she's using are chords that you've already written out. I'm pretty sure that
Okay.
will still work. So I don't think we need to step through those at all. And then there's a little piano solo right here. Again, now we'll listen through that. The bridge is actually quite long. The bridge of a song is just a couple of stanzas. This one was like a long bridge, but all the chords that you need are there. I think we've already played them. And then chorus one was the same as chorus one up here. Chorus two is the oddball because it did that ooh thing at the end of it. So that was different. And then the only other thing you need to worry about as far as chord charts is this one right here. The ending chord after she finishes. Which we already had. The oddball is the G slash A. Looks like that. Sorry. Looks like that. So the G, is in your right hand and the A is in the left. That's what it looks like. That's the only other piano chord you needed to write down.
Okay.
Okay, and then I think we just finish here, which is the D.
The D. Okay.
D you already played. Okay, so I'll play you through the song now that you've kind of got that written out.
Call me out. The unknown. We may fail.
So we're right here. in the beat.
Okay.
And there I find you in the mystery, an ocean's deep. My faith
G there.
will stay. And
Chorus
I
now.
will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves.
So we're right here.
When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine.
Okay, now let's quickly talk about how to play that. Can you see my keys still?
Nah, they're gone actually.
Okay.
Oh, now I can see that. So it's,
This you're probably gonna have to just watch and memorize.
yeah.
So don't worry with the left hand for a second. We're just going.
Ah.
And then when it goes to the A chord, so we go E, C sharp, D, E.
Okay.
I can't remember how many times it goes. And play the left hand A right before. I'm pretty sure. That's it. You've got it. I'm going to back that up just a tad, and let's just make sure we identified the whole thing correctly. When I have the zoom going, it puts stuff on the screen in weird spots.
Yours, you are mine. Your grace abounds.
Okay.
So
And then the last thing we had to do was when it went to the G chord, it went D, B, C sharp, D was the melody. You got-
Okay.
So basically what it's doing is it's just going the fifth above whatever the bass note is. Yeah, you C sharp, that's right. And then you'll notice that the melody in the right hand stays the same for the B minor as it did for the D, because it went like this. Does it again. Then it switches to the A, then the G.
Okay.
See that? Let's just back it up and make sure that that's right. Let's hear the recording again.
And deepest when oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine.
Then we're on to the second verse, which is the same chords as the first verse. So I'm going to skip ahead in the song.
And keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours. You are mine.
The B minor part.
Oh,
Now we're here.
oh,
And to a G.
you are mine. Oh, oh, oh.
Okay, let's just pause right there. So when it got to the little piano solo part on the B minor, am I going too fast?
A little, yeah.
So
So-
we need to write that down. So it's doing a downward arpeggio from there. It's just outlining the notes of a B minor chord, and it's starting with D first.
Okay.
So D, B, F sharp, and then the low D.
Okay, got that
It
one.
does the same thing again. It does. I'm pretty sure the D was the same, except we hit the F there. And for the A chord, we went. That's how we did that one.
So it's for the A, it's A,
So it's on the A, we start with C sharp,
C sharp.
then an A, then an E, and then a low C sharp.
Okay.
Now, if you watch this video again, you can see how I did it.
Okay.
And that's how that works there. Okay. And then the bridge. Gotta do the bridge quick. And almost finished. Yeah, they didn't even do the.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk
On that D right here.
waters,
And the A.
wherever you would call
B minor's
me.
next.
Take me
It's the chords you already know.
deeper
We've already
than
played
my
them.
feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior.
B minor.
Spirit, lead me where
Then
my
G.
trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters, wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than
Then
my
G.
feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of
And then it goes back to a
my
chorus at that point.
Savior. I will call.
Now, there's something else I need to teach you, just briefly. Sure, just the simple screen here now. So we're like this and like this. Okay. So can you see my keyboard? Okay.
Yeah.
Something that this song does quite a bit is it'll either hold whole notes, just or the, and you just have to hold it for 4 counts. Then there's other times in the song where it has a little bit more rhythm going on, but it's still quite subtle. They're using sustain pedal a lot, And most of the time when they're trying to keep some motion going is they're starting with a high note with like the pinky or the ring finger, and then they're rocking back and forth with eighth notes to the lower notes like this. Oh,
Okay.
I don't know why that B was still stuck there. I wasn't holding the B all that time. It was just. So if you go like this with your right hand, that keeps the steady beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now that might not be the order of the chords, but that's how they're doing it. That's and without the pedal, that shows you what my fingers are doing. But when I add the pedal, it sounds right, but then it all looks like a block. Pedal down, it's going to go like this. You can't tell that I'm hitting those notes,
Oh yeah.
but that's what I did. So that rhythmic figure is happening a lot in this song. So trust your ears, listen to it some more, and figure that part out. And I think the ending of the song was pretty simple. It was just, I think it's just whole notes and half notes. That you got the chords there, you've written them down, and I showed you where that G/A needed to be. Yeah, right before the ending. Yeah. Okay. So do you have any questions about all that? We ran through it pretty quickly, but I think we covered most of the basics that you'll need for that.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if you had that chord sheet that you're like playing along with that I could print off.
It's now on the lesson page. It's shared as a Google file. So you can look at it. Please immediately make a unique copy, and then you can dress it up however you want. You can make color-coded stuff if it helps you, whatever. Make it your own, but just don't change mine.
Okay.
So yeah, that's part of the lesson. And then the video that we just made, I'm going to splice it out of this Zoom call and put it up as a standalone lesson video. So we're good.
Okay.
So that will be there ASAP.
Okay. I don't think I have any questions. I think I got all the things I need.
Move on to the next lesson, but yeah, please in the comments or wherever, just get a hold of me, and if I can figure out how to support that song a little bit more, I will. I'm going to do one of Ethan's, but if you want to bow out and try this yourself for a while, that's fine. I'm going to work on Ethan's, but I still need to do your Christmas one tonight as well. So you can break, come back for your Christmas one. I'll also help your sister with hers too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so stop the share. All right, Ethan, what do you?
Yes.
So I hope that last song, maybe you'd want to learn that sometime. Thanks for listening and watching. Maybe you learned something from the process. Since I'm ready to do both songs for you, would you rather do the Christmas one, the Grinch, or do you want to do the Joy to the World first? They're both
probably the Grinch.
Grinch? Okay. Grinch one is quite fun. And then when you see the sheet, you'll be, oops. Done.
Yes, we did, Emma.
Okay, here we go. Mean One, Mr. Grinch. So these are the chords that you're going to have to know. And there's 6 verses to this song. And they all follow the same progression, and they all have a little break where the piano just goes like brum, and then there's that spoken part between that and the next verse every time. So you kind of hold that. When you're doing it live, you can ham that up and make that as long of a break as you want, but I'll show you the notes just so you know what you're supposed to play. And then you sound a transition. There's a transition chords right here that help you get back to the next where the verse starts. The intro chords only happen this way once though. So right here, the G minor. So it's like this. Oh, sorry. I just realized I'm not sharing my keys. You're probably wondering, how come I can't see what he's playing? Okay, so like this. Okay, can you see everything?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything on the side of that. Can you still see my keys? There we go. Keys on the piano. Okay. So the very first part is the G minor, and do you have a little chord sheet to fill in, where you show where to put your fingers to?
I have a sticky note.
Oh, okay. See, when Bailey was ready, she printed off one of those sheets with, it's got those, it's kind of gray. It's got the shapes of the piano, like piano keys, like about 4 times. And then you write the chord symbol in, and then you just color in the notes you're supposed to play. That's how she did it. So do I need to take a break once you get one of those, or are you just going to do this from handwriting?
Maybe I'll just go grab like a blank sheet of paper so it won't take very long. I'll be quick.
Do you want one of
Okay.
these?
That'll be quick.
Done.
Well, you've got one already. Perfect. Okay. You're gonna need a few because there's not a lot of repeated chords in this progression. There's quite a few different ones. So, okay. So can you see me? Okay. So the first one. Oh, just a second. It's not going to show up correctly because I'm in the wrong key. We need to be in G minor, which is the same as. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay. So we're on the G minor, and we play this with that kind of a triplet rhythm. Then we switch to E flat 7. And this right here, can you see that one that's flashing? That one, it should be written as a D flat, because when we're in flats, that needs to be a D flat. So please write it that way.
Okay.
My little thing, it notates that as a C sharp, which I really wish it wouldn't do. I don't know how to fix that. So can you see all those notes that you're supposed to grab? Just tell me when you're ready for the next chord.
Ready.
Okay, and then now this one's tricky. Go ahead and write it all in, but I'll tell you how to get your fingers on it, because it's going to look really spread out to you.
What's it called?
This one is the D7 sharp 5. Does it not show up for you?
No, I did, but I didn't know totally how to say it.
Can you see my piano at least? Can you see like on the screen you're looking at? Can you see the piano?
Yeah.
You see the little box just to the up and right of the piano? It says D7 sharp 5.
No, yeah, I just didn't know how to say it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so D7 sharp 5. And while you're looking at that, off to the side, I think what we should do is tell you a secret for playing this one, because you'll notice that if you just worry about the right hand notes, a D to a C, that's an octave and a bit. That's quite a jump. If you can't do that, then go like this with your right hand and go like those two with your left. So put that middle C on your left thumb and that one on your pinky on your left hand as well. It's hard to get from there to there. Okay, so you got that written down?
Yeah.
So now we're to the verse. So we're all to a G. We already got a G minor already. Mean one, Mr. Grinch. So we're going to a C major, which sounds kind of weird, but it is that way. The next time around, we're going to do it as a C minor 7, but for this point, it is a C major. So tell me when you're ready to go to the next one.
Ready.
Okay. So we got the F7 is next.
Ready.
And then B flat, but the D is the high note on this one. Okay.
Ready.
And then the next one it's a quick one. We only play it for a second. All we did, we just changed the left hand note comes up to the D.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next chord is, the G minor. And in the progression, if you're kind of getting lost, we're at this point of the song right here. Just hover there. And oh, you already had that one written in, so that one you don't need to write again. And then the the nearest available way to hit an A7 is right here. And this time do write that as a C sharp, because when we're playing an A chord and a 7, this does need to be written as a C sharp. So this time I do agree with how that got it written. Just tell me when you're ready for the next chord. Ready? For the
Ready.
next chord? Okay. Okay.
It's called D-Og.
Yes, but
Oh,
so D7 sharp 5. Sorry, because I wasn't pressing the C hard enough, and so that it didn't notate it for me. So yeah, D7 sharp 5.
yeah.
Now, while you're writing that, I hope that people watch this video again. This is where that comes from. So that's a D7 because the D is the root. That's 7 notes above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then when I add these, okay, the sharp 5 is coming from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where 5 normally is, but because we're raised at 1/2 step. Is that my end or your end?
Sorry, it just popped up on that computer. I don't know why.
Oh, that was yours. I have my do not disturb turned on. So it wasn't me. Okay.
I
Okay, so there we go.
forgot
That was
to.
D7 sharp 5. Okay, and so then we're back to another G minor, which we already did. So you don't need to write that one. Then the C minor 7 is this. Just tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Ready.
Okay, and then the F7 you already did. We already did the B flat. We already did the B flat as well. But then you need to know an E flat, so we're going to use that one. So write that in. Just tell me when you're ready. Okay,
Ready.
and the A minor 7 would normally be like this, but we're flattening the 5, so that means I got to play an E flat. And when you hear this in context, it's going to be like, oh, that's how all this fits together. Okay, that's the note we end on, and then there's this break, and then we do a glissando on the next chord, which is right here. So it's a G diminished 7 over D. So I'm gonna show you the diminished 7 part first. So it's this. So it's G, B flat, C sharp, E natural. And that is written correctly.
That's G diminished 7.
Yeah, it's a G diminished 7. And you'll also notice that I wrote the word glissando. The reason we're doing that way is we're going to hit the bottom one and then kind of roll our hand up to hit the other notes like this. That's all that means. And when you hear the recording, you go, oh, that's what they did. And it doesn't do that every time exactly the same way, because they did those transitions between the verses a little bit different every time. But I'm deliberately simplifying it so it's the same every time, because I don't want you to get confused. I can write it all out, but it's just kind of annoying and to try to remember it. And then of course with that we have to do it over a D, so the D is going to be in the left hand for that chord. So write that in too, just D left hand. Your face is appalling dumpy. Blah, 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 blah. And then the transition to get back to the start of the next verse is a D7, and this should be written as a F sharp. Don't write that as a G flat, because when we're dealing with a D7, that needs to be written correctly as an F sharp. Okay, and then you already know the other ones. I think we've already had you writing the other ones down. You're a You're a me, and it goes back to the top again. Okay, so let's pull the words up here. Oh, did I even? Oh, I guess I didn't start writing the. I'm sure I wrote the words to this one. Just a second. I guess I didn't import the words to this part. I just did the chords for you. Okay. I guess I'll just show you. We'll just make up some words. Everybody kind of knows the first verse, so let's see. And I'll start right from the intro as well. So let's just do a stumble through. I'm going to try and do this one without listening to the recording, because the recording is slightly different, like I said, all the way through it. This is a little bit different. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You're the king of evil thoughts. You're the Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with greasy black heel. You're a mean, and it just starts over again. Second verse. That's all we do. and when we get to the very last verse, just the ending. Actually, just add a G minor right there, lowercase m, and then that's how I would end it. Is just end with just add a G minor at the end. And if you want to be crazy, you can add one more chord. If you want to be unique, you could actually add the G minor as a major 7/9 chord. I'll show you what that looks like. That sounds really cool as an ending. So are you game? How about if you ended the song like this?
That'd be cool.
That's cool. Okay, so all it is a G minor major 9 chord. So it's oops. So I like the way all that's written, except for the G flat. Write that as an F sharp. Everything else is good. So G, B flat, D, F sharp, A. That's our minor major 9 chord.
Oh, F sharp.
Actually, you know what? To write it correctly, I should not put that. Because when the 9's there, it's implied that the 7's there already. And because I have the uppercase M, it's telling me that that's the major 7. That's what gives it the unique sound. Okay, so do you want to try stumbling through this, or you need to practice this a little bit on your own?
I probably need to practice it just a bit.
Okay, but you've got the charts. You know where you're supposed to put your hand. Mr. Grinch, you're a bad banana with a greasy black heel. Yeah, I should talk about the transition before we were done with this song. The transition needs a little bit more help because there's some melodic stuff that happens. Yeah, I should teach you about that. That's the melody. And CG. That's how I would do that. It does it one way in the recording like that, and I thought that was the funnest, easiest way to do it. So that's how I'm going to have you do the transitions between all 6 verses. I did the C minor in a different inversion, actually. I should tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that was going to be an issue because the C minor there is not the same as the C minor before because there's not a 7 and we're playing with a high C instead.
Mhm.
And I'm hoping that as I kind of interchange these, what note is the highest note or the inversion of these, that you start to see how interchangeable they are, and you just need to start trusting your ear to go, which way did they go with this? You know, which note's on top? And hearing the top note is usually the easiest one to pick out in the chord anyway, because our ear is kind of drawn to it. So if you already know the name of the chord, you just kind of go on your piano, well, was the highest note this? And no, the highest note was there. That's how I would do that. Am I going too fast for the last part?
Like for the normal song?
I'm just doing the transition chords right here.
Oh yeah, it sounded good.
Okay. That's all I'm doing right here. Okay. And then that pulls you back into the verse again. So rhythmically, we should talk about the rhythm before we do anything else. So it does have kind of a like a slow swing feel to it. So the bass line kind of needs to. There's a glissando. And then the next verse. So, okay. I love this song. I was so happy to pick that. I was like, I need to learn it. And so I might actually be singing it in church at our Christmas party.
No way.
The person asked me to sing every year, and I says, "Hey, how about I do that one?" She said, "Sure." So, okay. Any questions before we call it?
No, that sounds
Sounds
it's
good.
yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, that should be a good one. So we'll work on that next week. So I'll stop the share. I might just stop the recording unless Bailey's ready to go right now with her second song. Bailey, are you there? And is Josh coming later?
I don't know if he'll make it. How long do you think he'll be on for?
As long as you guys need, because we're going back and forth between the two families, which song people need. I'm getting through as many as I can, do as many videos as I can get in one session tonight. I'm gonna cap it at 9. I'm not gonna go past 9 because I don't want your parents to hate me for keeping you up too late. So we'll stop at 9 at the latest. So.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll like talk to my parents and see if Josh will be home by then,
Okay.
and then I can get back to you.
Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna work on Bailey and Jalen songs next then. And I can still do Joy to the World later on, Ethan, if you're still up and still on, and if they're finished with theirs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so is it just you tonight, Bailey?
I'll go see if Jalen's somewhere. I think she's here, so
Okay.
I can go get her too.
We can work on yours. What was your other one?
I think All Holy Night.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go see. Or if you want to do mine first, or we could do Jalen's first, then mine.
Well, I'm ready for yours right now. I can. We'll
Okay.
So I'm gonna do yours a little bit different. I'm going to, because the chords are the same for all 3 verses. If I just did your first one for you. And then I'll leave it to you to transcribe the rest of the. Just a second. I'm just gonna get rid of one. I want to get rid of that menu so I can. Mouse is weird. Let me do it. Sorry. There we go. A little bit more of the pages on there. Okay. So can you see everything?
Yep.
Okay. I need to drag this a little bit. You see the keyboard still? 'Cause
Yeah.
it doesn't show
Yeah.
much, so I had to get rid of it. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay, so we'll talk about the verse first. And before I get too far ahead of myself, I just want to say something quickly about, and this is in the notes. When you get this file, it tells you in the description on the first page, it says that there's going to be, it's at 6/8 time. So that means that there's 6 counts per measure. And there's a pattern that follows in your right hand with an arpeggio for every chord that you hit. The left hand hits on count 1, and then the other 5 counts are done by the right hand. And we do the medium note, the low note, the high, medium, and low. I'll show you what I mean. So there's that's the left hand. That's a middle note because the other 2 are F and the D above. So it's medium, low, high, medium, low. See how that works?
Okay.
So the B flat's the middle note. The F is the low, and the D's the high. So that's what gives the song its 6/8 feel. 1, 2.
So should I write those notes down or?
You don't have to, because we're going to have the medium, low, high rule applies to every chord we're going to play. And then when I
Okay.
where the keyboard charts, fill them in like you did at every other song. So those are your notes right there. But just realize that, I think for convenience, so you don't get confused, even though we don't have to play it down there, I'm going to play the left hand way down there so we don't mess up. So
Okay.
it's always going to be 3 notes for each chord in the right hand. And so it's
Okay.
Okay. And then whatever chord we're playing, it's going to be that same pattern for the harmony. Okay.
Okay.
So let's show you the next chord in the verse now with the actual verse. So, and I think for the intro, I can't remember which way yours did it. Like the version you asked me to do, they changed keys in each one because they as a guy singing and then a girl, and so they did show off their voices, and so they deliberately did this key change thing in there. Well, if you don't know how to have those exact singers, it's not going to mean much. So I thought, let's just do it in the key of B flat, because most people can sing this song well in the key of B flat. It's not too high, too low for most people. So that's why I chose to do it in B flat, and we're going to leave it in B flat for all 3 verses.
Okay.
I've written in the harmonies for you for the first verse and chorus, because you can just transfer those to the next. I won't trust you to write them in. Okay, so the first one you already know. Holy night, the stars. So then now the middle note's the E flat.
Oh.
See how that worked? So those are our 3 notes. The E's the middle, so it's going to go first.
Okay.
Got it? Now, did you fill in a chord chart for that?
So wait, can I see the B flat again? Sorry.
Yeah.
So okay. Then E flat.
Actually, I hope you didn't fill this in, because I didn't need to jump that high. I should have done it there. Yeah, I think it sounds better there. So the B flat's the middle note, then the G, and then E flat's high.
So
The previous time I did it with the G on top. I don't think it sounds as good.
okay.
Okay, and then we go back to B flat, which you already have. Nothing changes except for the left hand went to an F, so this stays the same. And then,
Okay.
and then on the word dear, then we have to go like this. We have the F7, so now C's the middle note. So just fill that in on your chart.
So okay.
Make sure it's E flat, not E natural. So when you in rhythm, it'd be okay, and then for the word birth, we just go back to the B flat that we already know. Long lay the world in sin and never finding till he appeared. So then we got a D minor. Let's see. My ears. Yeah, let's do D here. Do the D minor there. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I'm getting my left hand too close. I don't want to confuse you. So use that for the D minor.
Okay.
You drew it in? You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. So after the D minor, then we have A7. So now C sharp is the middle note. Tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think that's all we need for the
Oh.
choruses. Because all the other chords, if you look closely, they're all ones that you already know, and we're going to play them in the same place. Felt its worth, a thrill of hope, a weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Okay, when we get to the chorus, then we have new chords to write in, because we haven't done a G minor yet. So let's see. Last yeah, let's do G minor there. Just tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Okay.
Okay, we already know G minor from before. We're going to do it the same place, so we don't need to write it. But then the C minor, we're going to do it there. Just tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, then we go back to the G minor, which you already know. Let's see, what did I write that for? Yeah, so the B flat slash F we already had. This one that I'm showing you right now is right here. We got an F above and the E flat in the bass. Oh, I should go like this. So F7, or no, yeah, it should be F7 with E flat in the bass. That's what that is.
Okay.
Now that I'm seeing that written down, I should have written this as a 7. Just let me correct that right now. Because technically that's what it is. Okay, and then the B flat slash D looks like that. So just tell me when you've written that one down. B flat slash D.
Oh, whoops. Just one sec. Okay.
Okay, and then an E flat. I'm not sure if we got that one already, but that's how we're going to do the E flat.
Okay, yeah, we got that one.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was done earlier, and it is the same place. And then the B flat slash F, we already did. The F7 already. When Christ was born. First one. Oh night, divine night, Christ was born. Night divine. Sorry, I get my words. So Yeah, so all the other chords we've already played before, so that's how they fit. Okay.
Okay.
So I want you to watch this video over and over a few times after you've kind of got your fingers used to on the right chords. I'm going to try, it's going to sound choppy, but I'm going to just play it without the sustain pedal. Just show you, I'm going to go through it slowly as well, and just show you how the mid-low, high, mid-low sounds on every chord going through it. And I'll do it one time through slowly, one time through regular speed, so that when you watch this video later, you can have both available to you.
Okay.
Here's the intro. Intro just does this. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and ever pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Okay, and then chorus. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night. And Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine. So that's how it goes. I think
Oh, nice.
I sped up on like just because the musician in me couldn't stay that slow. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's probably a little too fast, but just watch it over and over again. Look at your charts and just put your fingers in those chord positions and just, try it. My advice is to get the block of the chords first. Just do this. Like have those done first
Yeah.
before you do the arpeggiating. Get the block first. So, and you could even do it like have the the thing I just did, just play and just hold it for the whole measure and then change.
Yeah.
And just hold it, don't worry about the arpeggios yet. Just go like that first until you're really comfortable with it, and then add the arpeggios after. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so there's Oh Holy Night, and I'll let you take this document, and again, save your own unique copy. And then do you see how I do this is kind of a teaching moment right now. Do you see how I do there's always a space between the words to put the chords in. I always use a bold font so that the chords show up nice and big. And I also do this, because I'm thinking in terms of being a performer later, I always want to use enough white space to signal things for me. That's why I leave a space after verse 1, just so that it's really clear where each section of the song starts. Because it was all jumbled together, it'd be really hard in the middle of a performance to jump back up, because sometimes you have to jump back up to the chorus. So again, there's white space above every line, but then we widen the margins, top and bottom and side to side, so that this fills the space really well. So what you should do is go in like this and say, okay, we're on chorus 2, and I know that I'm supposed to do a G minor right here, but we're going to take that and highlight it, and then I go over and hit bold. And now when I tab over, if I don't do anything else, Then when I put my D minor above that word, it's still bold. If as soon as I hit the arrow key, then it goes back to regular. But you can tell, just, can you see my screen really good? Like right there, the B kind of has a ghost around it. When I move away from it, there's nothing. But as soon as I'm in,
Yeah.
then it's the little blue highlight. So it tells me if I keep typing in here, it's going to be bolded, which is what I want for the lines where the chords go in. Make the chords bold so they really stand out for when you're playing the piano with that. So I'll leave that as is. And yeah,
Okay.
I hope you have fun with it.
Thank you.
This ready for Christmas? It'd be so cool. You're gonna have to see your grandparents for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll stop the share on that one. Ethan's still around. So Ethan, are you ready for the Joy to the World? Not the Christmas one. The other one. Oh, is Ethan still there? Oh, maybe he went to grab. I'm gonna stop the recording for a second, just because.
Okay.
Once the files get big, they get